I barely cry when my people die. The reason why I've already cried internally. Then it occurs to me, it may seem insensitive. Then with a sense of urgency, tears drop out of love, out of courtesy. Someone please call. Who can a felon call when it's emergency? Feel like God's been cursing me. I feel for my family, it's been hurting me. Walking through fire without it burning me. Cause my heart is...
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Dubla. New Connect podcast where we bridging all walks of life together. I got my man 103 in the building. Y'all know what it is. High Five Studios. Today we got a special guest. My nigga Kevin Mansa. What the fuck is good, bro?
It's good, man. It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor.
Real shit, my nigga. Let them know who you are, where you from, and all that.
Kevin Mansa. I'm from Norwalk, Connecticut. Just, repping the whole CT, man. The whole CT.
Okay. Now, coming up in Norwalk, how are you inspired? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that like for you? You know, like coming up.
I mean, my path was interesting. Coming up in Norwalk, I remember a climate where I was able to go anywhere I wanted to. I used to be in every projects and all that, and it was just known as a kid that loved basketball. So, and I remember the whole city being so full of love and support. And as I got older, I just started to notice how divided we actually were. And I don't know. I know I'd be conflicted sometimes myself, and being where I'm from, but I feel like that's what I try to do with my music. I try to unite the city. I try to unite CT. Try to unite the world. So
okay, yeah. That's what's up, man. So it's like now a few things you said. You didn't realize how divided we really are. Like so, like that. That's deep though. Like, what you mean by that? Like things that you notice, like from people around you, or just
I probably would say from just the energy. Energy. As I got older, it's like before I ever chose a side was chosen for me. And how deep that goes is even adults. You know what I'm saying? Like being a kid, being looked at a little funny from being in a certain area. The cops as well.
Right.
Once I moved to Colonial Village, it's like once I'm downtown now I'm being accused of doing something reckless or something. I'm just trying to play basketball still. So it's kind of like even before I decided to stray away and get deep into certain things, it was like I was already chosen to be in certain shit.
Right. It's like they put it on you. Yeah. That's I hear that, man. So like, but you was talking about playing basketball. Do you feel like that was an escape for you, or was it
For sure.
Okay.
I feel like basketball has always been therapeutic for me.
Okay.
I remember just going to the court and just feeling so free, and eventually I stopped feeling that way with basketball. And I've always felt that way with writing as well. And then that feeling only continued with writing. So now when I get on the court, I ain't been on the court in years, but last time I remember that feeling wasn't there, and that's what kept me away. So I feel like that as long as that don't never happen with writing, I will always be someone that want to push something out.
So writing still gives you that feeling. I could tell honestly because I listen to your music, man, and I could tell like the passion you got behind it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no doubt. So, but when you was younger, right, playing ball, and you was doing music or writing at the same time, or
I was always writing, but I was not doing music, so to say. To around 14, I recorded my first song and stuff, but even then, I used to always look at it as music as something to play with. But my writing, I took serious behind scenes because I was writing more than just music. Like even to this day, I write, music, poetry. I'm working on a book, so writing. Before a musician, I'm a writer.
So, okay. So you're not even really categorizing yourself. I never heard that before. Like, so that's dope. So you're not even. So you saying writing is not. It's not just rap. It's like okay.
Music to me is secondary. Writing is first. Music to me is secondary. I know it may not come off too much as it because I haven't shared too much of my other writing abilities with the world yet, but music is literally like a side quest
Mm,
or a means to get to produce and push out everything I really got planned. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's a fire way to kind of to look at shit. I've never seen heard anybody approach it like that. That's
Hmm.
fire.
Yeah.
So when would you say? So what came? What were you doing first? So the writing, you was just writing, and when did you realize you could do other things with just write with writing? Like it was
I
more than.
mean, at an early age, when I used to share my writings with it came from adults. So I
Mhm.
used to like try to show kids, but they weren't comprehending what I'm writing.
Yeah.
So when I would show my grandparents, or even I showed like a teacher turning certain papers in,
Hmm.
they would tell me that, and it blew my mind that I can even like become an author or something like that. Before even rapping, I was like, "What you said I could like
Mm,
be? I can write a whole book?" Like that surprised me. And this I'm talking about. This is early on, like elementary, middle school. So when I'm starting to get these kind of compliments, it's fueling me to continue writing. But I wasn't noticing how therapeutic it was till I became a teenager,
hmm.
an adult. Then I'm like, damn, writing is actually healing me
Yeah.
and guiding me through certain situations.
Yeah. Now, that's true because writing to do that, man. So is there like what was your writing process like? Um, like how would you write? Is it like a certain? Would it be like you have to be in a certain kind of mood to write, or is it were you in a certain space where writing was the only thing you really could do to heal, like you were saying?
Um, See, as a child, I probably would say I used to find myself just trying to like find like maybe that's why I write the way. That's a good question because I always ask myself, why do I gotta be necessarily alone to write?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I used to kind of like hide to write
Mm,
because I didn't really want nobody to know what I was up to. Because I used to write like vulnerable things,
mm,
like things that don't necessarily not even feel like I want to share, but need to share it with anyone. So I used to write certain things down and stuff like that, and my experiences, how I'm intaking things. But even now, I find myself like writing at my best because I go off energy. So if I feel the need to write, I will write.
mm,
But I definitely write my best like late night,
mm.
3, 4 in the morning by myself, or at least if I'm not by myself, at least where I feel like I'm by myself. Everyone is asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
the world is resting, so I'm up.
yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, that when I'm in that space and I'm feeling like really comfortable, like my pen be moving. Like I find myself right until the sun come up. And like I said, sometimes I don't even have to share it with anyone. It
Yeah,
did enough for me
just for
right there.
yourself. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said, it's healing you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, so let me segue from what you just said. Let me segue into the album that you got coming out.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna let you talk about that, but I want to say what type of album, what type of sound can we expect from this new album, and also what is the title of the new album?
All right. So the title is Kevin's Heart, and fully mixed and mastered here at Hi-Fi and by you, of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but it's an album of introspection, um accountability,
Hmm.
and honor. So I would say like it's like a conversation between me and my heart
Hmm.
and the confliction that lies within us all, the imbalances, the truths we won't necessarily let out. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I feel like the album is a lot more complicated than I intended it to be
Hmm.
because I was going like I was so busy working on the project with that I was like, yo, I'm gonna throw something. I wouldn't say throw something together because I always, take pride in my work. So
Yeah.
it's not like I was throwing something together, but I'm like, yo, I'm gonna work on something quick.
Yeah. Yeah. For
But
me.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
was like, yo, I'm only gonna do 4 songs. Then I did five. Then I was like, I'm only gonna do these five, and then
Hmm.
now I'm at 7.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like it was needed. Each song was needed, and I really feel like even if it can't, I feel like it could heal the world. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how
That
you supposed to.
nah, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
I wrote from that space though. I wrote from the space of like as if this is like my last try at
mm-hmm,
figuring out everything for everyone, my family, me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like this really this tape has helped me in a lot of ways because I've been going through so much over the past couple years that I'm just like, yo, I need to push this out more than anything.
yeah.
I just need to push this tape out. I wouldn't say I don't care how people respond to it because I do care about my art, but I just like, yo, this one is for
It's for
me. You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah,
This
it
one
don't
is for
matter.
me.
Yo, fuck what niggas talking about. It's for
Yeah,
you. Yeah. Nah, that's hard, man. So now, is this your is this your first time doing a project like that?
Um, yeah, no. Between the World and Me, my first solo tape was it's kind of intimate and personal.
Mm-hmm.
It got a lot of songs on there that's very personal, but this is the first time I was like, I don't care about how no one uh say I should have done this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this shit my way. That's why I just I felt my freest writing this. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I just felt so free writing each song. And even when I came here and recorded them with you, there was a lot of songs that I just already knew what I wanted to do in the creative space because I was trying them shits at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying so much new things
Yeah.
that I'm just like so happy to bring them here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I would
That's
say
dope.
yeah, this is probably the first time that I've been this vulnerable and intimate
Okay.
with my music.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. Now people like just getting to know you, right? How would you explain what lane would you put yourself, or would you compare yourself to a rapper, or would you even call yourself a rapper? Like how who would you compare yourself to
Um,
if you were to
yeah, I would
compare
label
yourself?
myself as a rapper. I don't know why. I don't judge, but I don't know why rappers don't like to call themselves rappers.
Mm-hmm.
I am a rapper, but I'm a poet. I'm a
Absolutely.
you know, I'm a motherfucking I'm a writer, like I said, but I don't know what lane. I know I always hear people tell me that you know, Cole vibe, Nas,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, but
Okay.
I always feel like each rapper is three rappers. Three of their favorite or three of their most influential rappers are within you.
Mm.
So I would say Nas, Cole, and Nipsey's, and I would say that combination is the reason why I have such a yeah
Now I
yeah
can
yeah
see that fish.
yeah
I can see
Nah,
that.
yo, cause like you gotta understand like my perspective of this whole thing. Like,
Right.
cause
yeah
I because as an
You
Israel,
work with
like
cuz.
all
Yeah.
like all of his music that he's put out for real. Like I mean, I have my hands on that, and like though if someone would have asked me that same question without you even being here,
yeah
if I had to really sit there and think about three rappers who I could say who I could tell influenced you, but like molded like this sound that I'm
yeah.
hearing would be those three.
No,
That's
I
a great
appreciate
So
that.
so
comparison.
like
Yeah.
like
And
yeah,
that ain't
so
me to say that I sound like them, want to sound like them, but you're gonna naturally if you, especially if you study these
Mm-hmm.
artists, you're going to naturally people going to hear the influence. So I don't feel offended when somebody be like, "Oh, you sound like Cole," or "You sound like Nas," you
No.
know what I'm saying like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a huge compliment. You feel me? But what I would say is like I don't completely sound like Nas. I don't completely sound like Cole. Don't
definitely not
completely
complete.
sound like Nipsey, right?
Nah.
But when I merged all three of those that I study, even Styles is my favorite rapper.
Okay.
See, a lot of people think J. Cole is my favorite rapper,
Mm.
but Styles P is my favorite rapper.
That's
And I
Peter
think that's
Ghost.
Styles is the reason why I'm able to get in that bag with
Mm.
for that Too Evil sound. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to Touching Money. Oh
yeah,
man.
definitely shout out
Yeah.
to Cuz for real.
Yeah.
Sincerely,
Yeah.
sincerely shout out to O.
So
But yeah, I would definitely say those three, and I definitely studied their cadence and their flow. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until like probably like my second year here
Mm-hmm.
that I finally found my cadence.
Mm.
Like that's another thing artists got to know. You can sound, you can sound good all you want, but does it feel good? It
Right.
didn't. I used to ask Vic all the time, "Yo, how that sound?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, it sound good," but I'm like, I go back and I'll be like, "Nah, I gotta redo that,"
Mm-hmm.
only because I didn't feel it. It sound good. I know I
Right.
got the words right and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't to Black Jesus.
mm,
Black
yeah,
Jesus,
nah, they do
and
that
and I nailed that the final copy. I nailed that like by accident.
Okay.
So I had to study it. I had to
Yeah.
study. That was the first time I had to study myself because
Right.
I'm like, damn, how did I?
It's like watching game film.
Yeah.
and shit, yeah.
Black Jesus is crazy.
I appreciate that sincerely.
That's so crazy.
That was the first time I was like, yo, how do I sound like that again? And then I started noticing when I got in front of the mic, I'm like, damn, I could just talk into this mic. Because before I was so busy, like so worried about being heard that I would like be too loud or project certain words, you know what I'm saying? And I started to get in certain pockets and grooves and learning the microphone. And then my man's main, he down south now. He from Colonial Village too. Shout out to Cuz. He had gave me some game without him even really knowing how important it was to me. He was like, yo, do you warm up before you go to the studio? I'm like, yeah. Like before you record, I'm like, yeah, I'll be in my house. Sometimes I go over to, he's like, nah, before you actually record in the booth, what do you do? It's like, I just go in there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, why don't you do a few takes? Because I have a unique voice. My voice sometimes changes, it breaks and all that. So he was like, why don't you warm your voice up and then go in there? Because he was like, treat your voice like an instrument. And I was like, damn.
You said that all the time.
Yeah. The voice isn't.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great advice.
And
yeah.
I never, when he said it, I was like, damn, because it's always those times when I come in here the first 2 years that I don't like nothing I record till I get to the second or third song. I'm like, damn, these songs is fire. Yeah. That's because my voice broke in by then.
You're right.
The first song, I don't sound like myself. I'm like, damn, the words are correct, but I'm not correct. I don't sound how
it's really like that. I feel like even in a song, if you like the first verse is like, all right, but then the second verse, you feel like you in your bag. You know what I mean? So like that is great. That's great advice.
Nah,
that's great advice.
Shout out Maine for that. When he told me that, I was like, damn. And I started to do it. Like sometimes I just because play the beat, I'll say the words to myself and I start hearing my voice become what I want it to become. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to go in there right now. You feel me? So now like you said, each verse is so in sync. And I'm like, I don't have no issues no more. I go back home.
Now it's that second nature. It's just,
mastered
it's different now.
Recording is fun now.
I really watch that whole process. And like, not for nothing, cause like, you know, I mean, just because it's just on the record, you know, on the podcast, you feel me? I come from the same neighborhood as you. I grew up in Colonial Village. I moved there at 6 months old. I literally grew up there my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And point being, and I'm being a little older than you, and even from the outside of watching niggas grow up too. You know what I'm saying? And like even just to be what you are as a man now, musically, I just, you know, everybody growing up. And for me, even then, you know, to engineer this project, to hear everything that, you know, all the pain you put into how you know, like Cuz said, you mastering your craft. Like when I firsthand got to like really
witness that.
I know,
and, like,
bro.
that shit right there, like, you know, it makes me not more proud of the project than you, but I'm up there. Like,
absolutely,
I can imagine.
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to tell. I can imagine,
bro, because you had a hand in the sound, just
sincerely.
You know what I'm saying?
Sincerely.
But like, it's what goes into the music. Like I understand, like everything he's saying, like I really understand because I already heard all the music. Like I already, you know what I mean. So it for me, it's like damn, like you really just gotta hear that shit. Like
yeah.
Like,
it is a sense of pride. Like even when we was figuring out my last Blue Roses, right?
Yeah.
Like when we was cooking that up together, it was about like 11, 12 of the homies here, feel me? So they're a little loud, they enjoying themselves. Right. But we locked in, we so in sync. And this song is not no simple song. This is one of my favorite songs I ever wrote in my life. And none of them like that. Not having them around didn't affect the product.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were having conversations. They enjoying themselves. And not one time did I say, yo, I need to focus. We were too focused to even, I didn't even notice that we were moving things around. It was beautiful, yo. It was beautiful. And we always do it together. That's why I always told Vic, I'm like, yo, every time he suggests something, I will try no matter what. I'm very
know what he's talking about.
Always too.
Yeah.
Touch Money Yo is definitely like he's the same way. When we come here, we always like appreciate your intake. What you be like, yo, try it like this or do this over because you are our first audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you're gonna know, and not only that, you're a seasoned producer and artist yourself, so you're gonna hear things that we need.
yeah.
That's why sometimes Vic can start mixing something up
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, oh shit, he wilding right now.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing to him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
Let them
Like,
cook.
yeah. So that's how I feel. Like it's a definitely a sense of pride because Blue Roses got like even that, like bro, if that ain't something to be proud of, I don't really know what is.
Nah, that's I like that, man. I think that's it's dope, especially to have both y'all up here too, because you really seeing him grow
Mhm.
Yeah,
as an artist.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? As a man as well, and and you appreciating what he's doing, man. It's like because we speak about that too. Like, what do people think is more important, the artist or the engineer? You know what I'm saying? Um,
I think they should stop putting them against each other.
yeah. That doesn't.
I mean, right?
That
It's
question really don't make sense. It would be
right.
more
It's not to put them. It's not to put them against each other, but it's more so to bring awareness of how important an engineer
No,
is.
no, no,
Like,
no, no,
you
no.
know, you
Of
know.
course, I remember at one time, people, if you really study hip hop and appreciate hip hop, the artist was second to the DJ. The
Mm-hmm.
DJ was the main attraction.
Mm.
So it's like because the DJ and artist was value was put against each other and it was challenged, we let these large machines choose that the artist should be pushed as the front and all that. And that's why
That's true.
DJs became, I wouldn't say obsolete, but became to the point where they already being replaced by playlists sometimes. You know what I'm saying, like that. So you can't really replace an artist or a producer though.
Mm-hmm.
A DJ, unfortunately, sometimes you could have them. You can have a playlist and be like, I don't need a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you still
True.
you
That's
should have a
true.
DJ though. You should have a DJ, but there's certain events you can replace that. You can't replace a producer. You can't replace an artist. That's why I really be like, damn. When you be showing me the beats you making, stuff, I'm like, damn, that shit's crazy how you can be both.
Mm-hmm.
Because one day I want to do that. I want to
Mm-hmm.
try it out too. But I feel like I'm being pulled so many different places already. So
I feel you. I mean, it just naturally it'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
yeah, yeah.
Because I was rapping about 12 years, and then it was probably like 2017. I'm on some like, it's that time for me. Like, I gotta start making my own beats.
And think about how much your value go up being both.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, I was asked for the first 2 years. Horrible. You feel me? But
Sure,
like,
you got to start
I really had to
somewhere.
learn. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? I really had to learn. My sound and learn just how to create a lot of different sounds and just how to how to cook up for real, that aspect of music. And then like once I got to it, man, listen, man, like it's been a beautiful thing.
Nah,
so like yeah, bro, like I listen, I get it.
nah, sincerely.
That's what's up. So now, we know you got the album, you got music with Touching Money O and shit, right? So you guys just did Too Evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with y'all, what I got a question. I mean, he probably should be here for this question, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Do y'all call y'all when y'all get together? Are y'all is it still just Touching Money O and Kevin Mansa?
All right, that's a great question. I'm gonna answer this, and I'm gonna stamp it right here. I don't even care what he say. when we now when we get together, I mean we're solo artists.
Mm-hmm.
That's so happened to be my best friend too.
Mm-hmm.
Though that's we grew up together. We came from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So and thing is, when we first started coming to the studio, we wasn't even making music together as much. Remember?
Yeah,
so it's like we never really we used to same session because make a song, I make my own song.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until later when he was like, yo, we should make a tape, boom. Because we made a song called Evil Side. That's what inspired Evil Side. But I feel like when we come together, we made our own sound. Like I believe in creating worlds. I feel like I have my own world. He has his own world. Then we created another world.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of him coming as Touching Money Yo, I'm coming as Kevin Mansa.
Right.
We came together as Evil Side to Evil. I feel like Evil Side and Too Evil, you can call us that.
That's what I was
like. You know what I'm saying? That's like our name.
Too Evil. Yeah.
Too Evil is our name. I feel like it's the tape name, but it's also our name.
Right.
He probably wouldn't say that, but like I said,
but that's how it is, though. Yeah, that's how it feel. The energy. Yeah, y'all heard it here, man. Too Evil. That's what they call it.
Because I feel like when we do join forces, it should be titled something, and I wouldn't mind. I know he wouldn't mind either. Being, I like it. I feel like he's his own artist. I'm my own artist. He's doing tremendous solo wise, and I can only Matter of fact, let me take my time to give Cuz his flowers here too, because I tried. I was a little intoxicated though at the album release, but I sincerely want to just shout Cuz out and thank him for. I want to thank him, even though he's my friend,
Mm-hmm.
for always giving me opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because Cuz already got traction. He already
Mm-hmm.
doing his thing. Even though I have talent, he still don't have to make music with me. Don't have to make a project with me because I'm still an upcoming artist
Mm-hmm.
that's even lower than him
Mm-hmm.
as far as social media awareness and all that. Cuz got a lot going on, and I feel like when we joined forces, I feel like he needed it as much as I did,
Right.
and that's how we started to really click musically.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you listen to Evil Side, it wasn't till like halfway through it where we really started to be in sync as artists.
Okay.
Like we came together already
Right. Right.
good
Right.
writers, and that's another interesting thing that I always want to say on document. We don't write when we're together.
Mm-mm.
So he don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know
Oh
what he's gonna
shit!
say. Vic knows it. We don't know what we're gonna say. So Evil Side and Too Evil was not written.
Wow.
Every time we come here, we go over each other vibe. You know,
Okay.
the vibe of the homies. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
hard. That's
That's
hard.
that's why it's a lot
I
of
write
reasons,
though.
but
I'm not. I write
that's
my
why
music,
Mm-hmm.
but not that.
that's why being the guy in the chair and just knowing that and seeing that, you know what I mean? Like cuz come through with the beats and we format songs off the fly, like however the vibe is, however the feel is, like that's what it is. Like
Right.
that's what the song come to be every time.
That's
Like
hard.
they like yeah, when them two are on the track together, it's never like both pre-written and we rehearsed this. It's never that ever. Like it's just we gonna figure it out when we hit.
That's raw.
Sincerely.
That's energy. You know what? You could feel that joint on the tape though.
Yeah.
With all your music, I mean, I feel like I feel that energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I like that, man. I like that. How important is it to work with the right? Can you just work with anybody as far with music or like?
I just I just got to the point not too long ago where I can even listen to anyone.
Mm,
So without being too critical and be like, oh, this nigga whack. But you know what I'm saying? Like that. So because I feel like I got to the point where I matured enough to know that certain music has its purpose, even if
mm-hmm.
it's not for me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I've been open to like hear certain people because people been reaching out, asking for features and stuff like that. So I'll listen, and even if it's not something that I necessarily feel like, damn, this is great, I try to figure out a way where I can make it great
Okay.
or contribute to make it better. If I
That's an
can't,
artist right there.
yeah, if I
Nah, that's an
if I
artist.
feel like
Yeah.
I'm a fail, then
Mm-hmm.
I would like be like, nah, I can't do this. Or can you choose something else? You know what I'm saying?
Respect it.
Because I just try to uplift. That's why making music with O is so easy because I know he's not going to try to sound like me, and I'm not going to try to sound like him.
Y'all don't, but y'all don't sound like each other at all. But y'all mesh so well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's like I really think it's because we in sync so much out of the booth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
I got a
It's
lot to do
it's
with it.
been my man's for 20
Mm,
plus years. I I've never had an argument with cuz. Like I
mm.
never really maybe it's because we both have like good control and our tempers ain't wild,
It's
but
like that.
I never had a fallout with my man's. I never had no big dispute with him. So it's like it's no conflict when we hear as well. Why
Mm-hmm.
would it
Mm-hmm.
be when I don't argue with you about silly things? You know what I'm saying? We ain't the type to like be arguing, be friends the next day. We
Right.
always
Yeah. Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why when he tell me certain things, I be like, all right. And if I tell him that, yo, you should do this, he just does it. And if he don't like it after, then
Mm-hmm.
he'll leave it how it was.
Mm-hmm.
But he will at least try.
Try it.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Y'all respect each other's opinions
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
And value each
Sincerely.
other's opinions. That's what's up, yo.
Sessions be fire, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Sessions be
Appreciate
fire.
it.
Yo, what's it like for you though, bro? Like to really like witness some shit like this? Because I feel like you got your hands in this shit too, and just to see these niggas really getting it in the way they getting it in, putting out this fire music, taking it to where they're taking it to.
I mean, yo, listen. I in a sense, I mean, but individually and as a group, they both have their support system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
People that really rock for them, but whether or not they know, like I'm damn near like their biggest fan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is why You know, because even way before, like I said, I'm a little older than niggas, but niggas come from the same hood. I've been tapped into niggas before they knew I was tapped
Right,
into
right,
them.
right,
You know,
right, right. No,
that's
that's a
the thing
fact.
about it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
Yeah.
you
fact.
feel me? That's the thing about it. And like at the end of the day, you feel me? Like I still never forget that. So like before they started coming here, I've been tapped into niggas' music. I've been seeing when niggas started really getting into it with the music. You feel me? Because listen, I was a 14-year-old nigga just piquing my interest in the music. It's funny, it came from the same way. It came from school. I was always a writer. Feel me? Poetry was my first thing.
Really,
but then I'm listening to the older niggas. I'm listening to Money Inc. niggas. I'm listening, from the West. So like that's what really tapped me in on wanting to record my shit when I was like 13. You know, cause they was like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So point being, like coming from that to 2025 where we at now.
It's full circle.
You know what I mean? And not full circle in a sense, but just the way that organically happened is beautiful.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? So like for me, like all of that natural passion for it goes into the music. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as an engineer, as a creative, like I'm gonna always want to make it sound the best as it can sound, however the artist wants to make it sound. Yeah. But I'm talking like I've been rocking with niggas for a long time. You know what I mean? So like when you know what I mean, that it just comes out in the music. Like you know what I mean? That's how it is for me.
So that's what's up, bro. So like let's talk about like some of the struggles. I feel like some of the things that you feel like was giving you some doubt about you wanting to take this shit serious, or keep it pushing, or like anything. Have you ever been in a situation where it's like, damn man, you know what? I'm about to put this music shit to the side, or I'm about to, I'm not about to go hard with this shit anymore. Like, there ever been situations like that for you?
Of course. Like I said, never giving up writing. I've never found myself in a dark enough place that left me defeated where I'm like, I ain't about to write no more. But as far as pushing music out, hell yeah. I mean, unfortunately, being caught up in living what you actually rap and coming from different, spaces in life and enduring certain fucking oppression, doing certain things. It's like I've done, and a lot of people will be so surprised. I don't, probably because of the way I look and all that, but I've done 8.5 years in prison before. Not it's like all together. I did 2 years when I was 16. I did 6.5 when I was 20 years old, and I remember when I was in there, I was rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was writing, I was rapping for lifers.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I felt like the joy. I remember I used to rap for certain people in there, and sometimes I wouldn't even tell people I could rap. But then when I did rap for certain people in there, especially if a dude ain't who I would normally like care to rap for if he around, I didn't give a fuck about how they take it. It was like the real ones in there, dudes that's really been holding themselves together and needing to hear something like that. Having someone coming to you that got 60 years that's telling you, damn, like, yo, I can hear that again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me want to keep rapping. And then even out here, it's like every time I used to be like, damn, like, I don't know if I want to like keep rapping right now. I'm not saying like rap forever, but just I want to take a little break. It will always go back to, like I said, those therapeutic moments by myself writing, where I'm like, I gotta share this shit. This shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit too crazy. But yeah, it's always gonna be those times when you won't necessarily lose your way, but you can lose some faith.
Yeah.
I've lost a little faith in how the outcome would be of me pushing on music. And this another thing too that this used to hold me back when I was making. Remember, I was making like 3 different projects at once. Revolutionary Suicide. This y'all used to be so afraid to release music, not because I feel like it would like it wouldn't just blow off the bat, but the fact that I feel like this is like your babies, right? So I just feel like it wouldn't be appreciated, especially the level of rap.
Right.
Like
it wouldn't be appreciated like the way that you you would appreciate you
Yeah,
for
or
sure.
someone that you know will appreciate. Like you
Mhm,
know that you would send it. Like I used to just get a joy out of sending it to certain ears
mm,
because I know they will appreciate it. So I'm like, once I get they real fuck just a fire emoji, they real feedback of
mhm.
like, damn, this is this and this and that. This is how I felt at this point. This is my favorite line. That would be enough. And then I just like, I don't really need to put the project up. But then I started to realize like you gotta let go of that fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why this project, I don't really got no fear. It's gonna come out. I know it's gonna be amazing. I took my time with it, and you know,
That's dope, man. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. He said he did eight. It was 8.5 years, right? He
yeah,
said because the way he looked, he got a real baby face.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
Nah, because a lot
you
of
know,
people be telling me like, "What you did?"
yeah,
They
yeah.
thought I was gonna say like when I told them I just came home from six. They were like, "Oh, 6 months." I'm like, 6 years, nigga.
Now
I just
I
did six
remember that.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So what? But what's that like though, man? I mean you sitting in there? Eventually, you know, you get used to, you know, you're in there and shit. But I feel like it seemed like you were more motivated. What you're telling me, it seemed like you were more motivated in there, like to keep going with things than you were when you're out.
there's less distractions in there,
Hmm.
and you tend to get acclimated because you have to.
Right.
Out here, you can goof off as much as you want. You can find yourself caught up in so type of times where you literally just know you goofing off and you don't care because
Hmm.
you know you got another chance at goofing off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
but in there, um, I feel like even at a distance, my father really guided me and helped me understand what I will endure. Like I remember calling home and he just telling me things that like I needed to hear without him even knowing.
Mm.
And I feel like I said, it's just you and you versus oppression. So that's just your enemy right there.
Yeah.
Out here, you got so much enemies. You got bills. You got yeah, you might got real enemies. You got motherfucking state government. You might have personal issues. You know what I'm saying, family issues. But in there, you just it's you versus oppression.
Mm.
So and that's how I was battling that. I was battling by writing and just being like honorable. That's how I was going through those spaces while having too much fuss.
Mm.
I didn't really have no issue in there that was personal. It was always because I'm holding my homies down or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was moving around in the space of being a man of respect and honor. And I wouldn't say it's a breeze. Prison is not cool.
Not at all. Right.
But at the end of the day, I feel like it wasn't no huge task for me because I just knew that like I don't know. I just something in me was just like I know this shit about to be over, and I know I need to be ready for being rehabilitated and back in this world.
Word.
And that's the biggest. This that's scary for certain people. People know they on their way home and get scared.
Yeah. It's probably
Seriously.
hard. Yeah. When you in there for
Yeah,
a
when you're doing
minute.
a lot of time, you
Yeah.
like you said, that shit move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this might sound crazy to some people, but that 6.5 years I did at 20 felt shorter than the 2 years I did at 16.
Mm.
And that was just because I was like, I wasn't accepting that I was counting days
When you
when I
was
was
younger.
16.
Okay.
Like I'm counting weeks and
Yeah.
months.
Mhm.
Man, when I got in there when I was 20 years old, especially
That's
uh,
still young.
yeah, it's still
Yeah.
young, but
Mhm.
I feel like I accepted my consequences because I knew what I was getting into. I embraced the challenges and I accepted everything. But
Stood tall.
yeah, so it was just more of a thing where I was like, bring it on and I'm gonna hold myself down and do what I need to do. But at 16, I'm like, damn, this shit
Yeah.
taking forever. And so yeah, that's just it. I feel like that shit is all a mindset. You doing time, even when you out here. I'm like, damn, everything out here is
Mhm.
definitely this shit. It's some stressful shit. I done had some peaceful nights in prison. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm
and that
sure.
shit sound crazy, but I mean that sincerely because, like I said, you don't have the world against you. You just
Yeah.
got that oppression that's within there, it becomes just like you so focused on battling that
Yeah.
you don't even you forget you got to come home worry about a credit score and you know what I'm
That
saying,
makes
getting
sense.
yourself together in that
Yeah.
way. You
Hmm.
can lose that, and then when you get home, you'll fail. You'll fail.
That makes sense, yo. So you feel like, well, I got one question about that. When you're doing the 6 year bid, right?
Mhm.
How long did it take you to get acclimated, like before you realize, I'm settled in, or like when you right away?
This time around, I would say right away, only because one, I had did time before, and
Uh-huh.
two, I kind of like mentally prepared myself. I was on bond,
Uh-huh.
so I understood I was going in, and I
Okay.
understood the consequences. I understood how much time I may be looking at. I definitely didn't think I would be doing that much time, but
Yeah.
I accepted everything so quickly because I knew I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't whining. I ain't no complaints. I just made sure that I understood that this is it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be your next term of your life,
Uh-huh.
and this is and you know how they be like, oh, this doesn't define you. Yes, I want it to define me, but I want it to define me in a good way.
Right.
I want it to be a part. That's why I'm never ashamed when someone do ask me, have I been to prison? I want it to be a part of my story. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
because yo, that shit. I feel like everything you've been through,
Hell yeah.
anybody, it molds you into who you are today.
And it makes your story greater. It makes your story
Absolutely.
greater because when you are someone that was a gang member, someone that was in prison, someone that endured poverty, and you do make it, and you
Mhm.
do what you set your mind to do, it makes people that are still in that situation have hope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than you getting to where you're going and just trying to say, damn, I don't want nobody to know that I
Hmm.
came from this place or that place.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do that with CT. They'd be like, oh, they try to say they from New York or something like that, or
Yeah.
Jersey,
Hmm.
because they don't want nobody to know they from Connecticut,
Yeah.
and it's fucked up. But
Word.
that's part of your story, and it's really who you are.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
Big facts. Yeah. I feel like that's because Connecticut, we don't really have anybody uh that we could look to and say, yo, this person made it. Or this, I feel like we don't have nobody that's really reaching back out. Before we get up out of here, my nigga, we got a segment called Cash or the Trash It.
All right, all right.
Explain them what Cash or the Trash It
Yeah,
is,
so
bro.
real quick, it's a series of yes or no questions, and they're gonna have it's random topics, so it has nothing to do with what we talked about.
All right.
It's kind of just a game and play to get our mind free off of some. Let's have a little fun before we get out of here.
All right.
So boom, if it's yes, we cash it. If it's no, we trash it. You don't gotta give no long-winded explanation on why, but if you want to give a reason why, you give a reason why.
All right, right,
Boom. Here we go. I'll start it like this. Cash it or trash it. Would you eat a tarantula if it was deep fried and seasoned?
For money?
Nah, just would you eat it if
Trash
it
it.
was deep fried?
Trash it. Hell no, I ain't doing that.
Seasoned spiders, nigga. All right.
Nah, no bread. All right, cool. So, would you drink a mystery potion for $2,000? Cash it or trash?
Trash it. You don't know what they gonna do to you.
Mm.
I hear that.
That's smart.
Big smart. 2,000 ain't enough for that.
Hell no.
Cash it or trash it. Have you ever wished you were a completely different person for a day?
Trash it.
Trash.
Nah, I appreciate being me.
Big facts. Solid. Um, Cash it or trash it. Would you swim in a shark infested water like
Trash
zone?
it.
He ain't even got to finish that shit. Fuck all that.
And I'm the stereotypical black man. I can't swim.
Okay, okay.
Fuck it.
He said nah. Okay, okay. I
I'm
hear
straight.
that. Cash it or trash it. Have you ever lied to get out of a commitment?
Cash it.
Yeah.
We all did it. We all did it.
Nah, Fendi, we all have. We all have, for sure, for sure. Cash it or trash it. Would you spend a night in a haunted house for 10,000?
Cash it. I ain't scared of none of them shit like that. Now, if that shit got like animals in there and all that, and they tell me that beforehand, then I wouldn't do it. But cash that.
type of animals will say 9 to 10,000?
Raccoons and dogs and shit like that.
any type of rodents, any animals, yeah, I ain't fucking with
Any
it.
animal.
I feel you. I ain't fucking
It can
with
have all the spiders and all. I ain't scared of insects. I don't know why, but I don't fuck with animals.
like mice and shit. Nah, right? Yeah, I ain't fucking.
Dogs threw me off a little bit. I'm up for 10,000. I probably could do with a dog.
Nah, you put me in there with a chihuahua, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm out of there.
A dog, I'll be straight.
I
think I'll be straight.
10,000, I'll be cool with the dog. Some dogs I don't ride with, but 10,000, I'm cool with. But I got a couple more. Would you sacrifice your favorite food forever to save a stranger's life? Meaning you can't eat your favorite food no more.
Yeah, cash it. And I ain't even into being no Superman and nothing like that. But all it is, the price of some food, yeah, cash it.
My man got a heart.
Okay, Kevin's heart.
Yeah. Nah, but that shouldn't be hard. That shouldn't be hard.
Would you rather? So cash whichever one you rather do. Would you rather eat ass off a fresh BBL, or go skydiving butt naked?
What the fuck?
Cash one of them.
You gotta eat you want the fresh. Hey, yo, you want to eat the fresh BBL out the cast. You know they got the cast on it.
Or skydive butt ass.
Or skydive ass naked, nigga.
I might skydive ass naked. I might do the skydive. I might have to skydive.
Yo, I'm dying. I thought about eating that ass.
Yeah, I know.
That fresh BBL
how nasty that shit might be.
Yo, in the cast, nigga.
As soon as they crack it open, yeah, I'm straight.
Yo,
oh shit.
Oh shit.
That's funny. Hey, yo, man. But yeah.
So boom, for the people that don't know, where can the people find you? You know what I'm saying? Social media wise, and where can they look to hear your music and your next project, Kevin's Heart?
At Kev Mansa on Instagram, and then Kevin Mansa on all DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, all that, YouTube. Kevin's Heart be out soon. I'm shooting for early March. Too Evil is out right now with me and Touch Money Yo. I'll run that up. Got other projects out as well. You can run that up too. But yeah, Too Evil, Kevin's Heart. Shit about to be crazy.
That's what's up, man. Yo, we appreciate you coming through,
appreciate
my nigga.
Y'all sincerely.
Story is dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till the project come out, my nigga.
Appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.